How I'm preparing for finals. For the past like few nights falling asleep, I was very anxious. Like you watch the lectures, you remember it. So 1 of 5 done. Medical history, descriptions. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This vlog is going to cover a lot of days. I'm starting it right now on August 3rd. It's a Tuesday. This is our week to like prepare for finals. And then next week we have all of our finals. We have 5. We were supposed to have 4 next week and then 1 the following Monday, the 16th. But I'm gonna be in Alaska with my family and I'm supposed to be on a wildlife tour in Denali at the time that the exam was scheduled. So I'm really happy and lucky that one of my favorite perio faculty was letting me reschedule the exam for treatment planning to be the Friday before I fly out. So all of my exams, all 5, will be next week. But the reason I picked up my camera is just to quickly show you kind of how I'm preparing for finals and a little bit about how I'm getting ready for next semester already. Mostly that is probably just procrastinating studying by putting stuff in my calendar. So I'm currently visiting my boyfriend this week. He works like all day, like 12-hour shifts, but I figured that would be good for me because I just need to study all day anyways, and we can hang out before and after his work shifts. But I just got onto my laptop here, and one of the things that I did is created this list here to show everything that I need to do to prepare for my finals. So I broke down each class. The first finals on Monday in GU. These are all the lectures I want to watch to review, and then also the study guide. And then the next one's Perio, which is 2 assignments left. Look over the slides, look over the study guide. Biomaterials, I want to rewatch all the lectures and then do practice questions and study guide that I have. Treatment planning is the last day, like I said, and Neoplasia is also on Friday, so I really haven't thoroughly watched a lot of the treatment planning lectures. I'm just gonna watch all 12 of them from the semester. And then for Neoplasia, there's like 6-ish lectures since the midterm that I'm behind on, so I need to get through probably 1 or 2 for each of these classes today. Ideally like a few of each class, but it is already 2. I spent the morning kind of editing video. I had a podcast recording and I did some stuff for perio and radiology. We have a bunch of quizzes that are due at the end of the semester for radiology. So I've been doing stuff. I just haven't gotten to watch these lectures yet, but I'm about to start watching one of them. And then I'm probably gonna take a break and go to the gym whenever I need like a mental reset from lecture watching. And then I'm literally just gonna watch lectures till probably like 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. So not very glamorous, but I'm also going into my calendar here and basically how this week has like all of my stuff. This is just a random week in July. Extracurriculars, classes, whatever. I'm trying to go to September here and start inputting my schedule of classes because all I have right now is SimLab, which I told you guys in the last video is, as far as I know, 2 to 5 every Monday and Wednesday, but I want to put my actual lectures in here as well eventually. But again, I'm going to use that as well as the gym as kind of my procrastination things to take breaks from lectures. So I will talk to you all in a few days, in a week, whenever I pick up the camera again to talk about finals and the finals process for D2 summer. Hey everyone, it is Tuesday morning today. I took my first final yesterday on Monday in GU, and I think it went fairly well. There was 55 questions, and at the end I had like 5 questions marked that I was kind of unsure of. Went back, made my best guess, submitted the exam in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. We had 2 hours total, so I felt better about this one than the first exam, and I did still okay, like a B on the first exam. So I'm hoping that I did the same or better on this final, but we don't know yet. And then today is just a study day for me. I have another final tomorrow, Wednesday, in perio in the morning, and then I have all day tomorrow to study and also Thursday morning to study until my 2 p.m. final on Thursday in biomaterials. However, today, tomorrow, Thursday, I'm still going to be studying quite a bit for my Friday finals, particularly my final in Neoplasia, because I think that's going to be the hardest one the rest of this week. Biomaterials might be a little bit tricky, but honestly, all I ever do for that is just watch the lectures and do a little bit of review. So I'm just going to finish up those lectures, rewatching them today. I'm about to go to the local library, like near my parents' house in a minute here. I'm just cleaning up my room. I have a giant pile of clothes over there because I just packed a suitcase to leave for Alaska. So I did my packing yesterday with my carry-on suitcase and like under the seat backpack, and everything that isn't getting packed I ended up putting on that chair, and now I need to put it away. So I'm just gonna straighten up my room a little bit, and then I will head out to the library. Like I said, I'll be studying for Perio, Biomaterials, and Neoplasia. My last final, the fourth one left this week, is treatment planning on Friday, but I don't think that one will go too badly. It's basically 2 or 3 case studies, and then we treatment plan for them and explain our rationale. Like, would you extract this tooth? Would you do a restoration? Would you do endo? Why? How would you test if you need to do endo versus extraction versus restoration? So like testing for pulp vitality with endo ice or percussion. So as I'm sitting here explaining this to you, I think that attests that I kind of know what's going on in that class. So I just have to finish rewatching those lectures as well. If you saw in the last clip, I had that long list of what I want to do for every class. I've made a pretty good dent in all of those, nearly done with everything except, like I said, Neoplasia. That class is tough, and I've just kind of been putting it off so that I could focus on making sure I'm ready for all the other exams. That way, if I can do well in my other classes and then maybe get like a B or something in Neoplasia, it's not the end of the world. It's kind of like a strategy thing, if you will, if I can get good grades in all the other classes. And like I said, I already took 1 exam, so 1 of 5 done. I also am editing a quick video sharing my stats, so that's already been up when you see this video. It was requested by a handful of people, and it's something I've mentioned in random videos or podcasts or Q&As and stuff, so it's not something I'm like uncomfortable sharing. It feels a little weird to put it all in one video just because it seems like I'm advising that this is the right thing, but at the same time I felt, since I've already shared it and I'm comfortable sharing it in general, that it could be helpful for people that are really early on and just looking for maybe a general range to aim for or something. And for all the people that message me asking, I can just send them that link rather than having to type things out or go back and look at my application, even because I talked about like specific GPAs, not just like cumulative and science. Like I did the BCP and I did non-science and everything, so I had to pull up my actual application. But I'm editing that video right now, and then at some point this week, since I'm all packed, that made me feel really good. I don't have to be as stressed about that, at least. I was having a really hard time, even last night still, for the past like few nights falling asleep. I was very anxious. It's I think just how my body is during finals or midterms weeks and stuff, so it just is what it is. I still slept for a long time. Once I got to sleep, I was able to stay asleep, versus previous nights I kept waking up, even just being like nervous that I'm missing something. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that, but being packed has definitely helped me eliminate another thing off my plate so I don't have to be as stressed. And then also getting this video done, and then I have to get 2 podcasts ready. The one for Monday when I'm in Alaska, and then the one for the week when we get back. And one of them needs to be recorded. One of them is with a guest, and then one of them is my D2 summer recap episode, and that will already be up when you're watching this video, so I can link it below. Again, it's just at Dental Download Podcast. Highly recommend that you check it out. It's definitely a nice thing to have on the background when you're cleaning, driving, working out. More long form, I guess, sometimes than how these videos are, and a little bit more in depth. So that's that. Just another update on something else I'm working on besides school, and also where my like headspace has been at. It's definitely been stressful. 5 exams is a lot of pressure, but thankfully my grades for every class are in a really good place. They're either A- or B+, and most of these exams are anywhere from 30 to 50% of my grade. So for the most part, as long as I pass them, I'll be able to pass the class at least. But ideally, of course, I want to keep my grades or improve my grades, which is why I still feel some like stress and pressure, because I still want to do as well as I can. Alright, it's the next day. Perio exam is over. You can see I got like an 80% right now, but our short answer isn't graded, so I don't know how many points that could be worth, and then I don't know how many points I'm gonna get for my response. So we'll see how that goes, but I mean, I'm fine with the 80. I think I would still have an A in the class based off my midterm and our weekly assignments that are basically like participation, but I did all of them. So hopefully I still get an A or an A- in this class. And like I said yesterday, I accomplished all my goals. I was still quite unsettled all day, even though I got everything done that I wanted to. I think that's just how my mind and body is during finals and midterms. I finished everything for biomaterials and I finished everything for treatment planning. So the only class I have left to look over material for is Neoplasia, and I still will probably review for biomaterials a little bit tomorrow. I have the rest of the day. It's 10:15 right now on Wednesday. The exam is tomorrow, Thursday at 2 p.m. So I think that I'll spend the rest of today studying for Neoplasia, which is on Friday, and then I will review some more for biomaterials, look over some practice questions and stuff tomorrow morning closer to the actual exam. So that's kind of the agenda for today. I think I'm gonna run to Starbucks as a little treat slash break, hopefully go for a walk. It's been really uncomfortably hot here in Michigan, like very humid. There's a heat advisory for Oakland County. So it's 77 right now, but it'll be up to like almost 90 with like humidity and everything considered. So I'm gonna still try to go for a walk today. Maybe I'll kayak or something, and then I will update you all after biomaterials tomorrow. Okay, so first thing we're gonna start with is class by class, going through the best parts, the worst parts, and kind of how my grades turned out. All right, it is the next day. We lost power for quite a bit yesterday. We lost power from like 3 until 8:30 p.m. But thankfully, as you know, I was pretty studied up for the exam today, and honestly, treatment planning tomorrow also. Like I said, the only one I haven't studied a ton for is Neoplasia. I really didn't use too much of that no power time to study for Neoplasia. I was just kind of hanging out, and then we went to get dinner a few cities over where they did have power, and then we came back and it was finally on, so that was good. I could have studied like PDF type things I had downloaded on my iPad, and I could have hotspotted from my phone because our phones did have service. 2 weeks ago, there was a tornado that came through our county in Michigan, and that led to my family not having power for 2 days, but in Ann Arbor, where I was at the time, I was fine, but also their phones didn't even work. The Verizon towers were all down, so that would be more stressful and scary. So I'm just gonna study the rest of the morning right now. It's already a little late, it's 10:30. I'm just gonna do practice questions that I have shared from an older student for our biomaterials exam today. Then I will take that. It's 43 questions in 1 hour from 2 to 3 p.m. And then I will do Neoplasia stuff this evening because that exam is at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Before that, I have treatment planning at 8 a.m. So I think my brain will be very, very tired by the time I'm done with both of those exams, but then they'll be over, finals will be over. I did also get my grade back from yesterday, like I said, but my grade went up 2 more points from 39 out of 48 to being 41 out of 48, given the short answer, like I said. So that was my final grade for that exam. Totally fine considering I didn't study a ton for it because I thought most of it was kind of like you watch the lectures, you remember it, conceptual things, but that is that. That's our update for now, and I will let you know how the next couple exams go. All right, so it's time to wrap up this video. I submitted my last 2 finals a little bit ago. It's 12:30 right now. We're leaving at 1 to go to the airport to start our journey to Alaska. But to wrap up the exams that I took, biomaterials that I took yesterday, I felt pretty good about, and I also received my grades for GU and Perio. So I finished with, I believe, a B+ in GU and an A- in Perio. And then treatment planning today, I don't know my score yet, and I also don't know my score yet for Neoplasia, which was the second one I took today. Treatment planning, basically they gave us a patient case with intraoral photos, medical history descriptions, the drugs that they're taking, as well as screenshots of the LexiComp relevant information about those drugs. And then they also had the perio chart and the radiographs. And then from there, you had to kind of go through and say what you would do treatment planning wise. And then they asked some questions about like the different phasing of treatment plans in general. They asked about kind of how you would deal with certain things happening in the patient's mouth. I obviously can't be too specific about it, but there was 13 questions and it was pretty straightforward. It took me about 45 minutes. We had an hour and 20 minutes, I think, allotted for it. And then I had a little bit of a break until my 10 a.m. final, my last one, which was Neoplasia, and that one was 76 questions, so draining. It took me an hour and 15 minutes, but most of them I felt pretty good about. Of the 76, I think I had 4 or 5 like marked at the end that I wasn't sure of or wanted to review, so I would assume I got a pretty decent grade on both of those, but I don't know yet. And again, same with biomaterials. I only had marked a handful of questions, so I probably got maybe a B plus on that, but we'll see. I'll definitely let you all know at the start of next semester's vlog. But the next video you'll probably see will be Alaska, or it'll be the beginning of my D2 fall semester, like a move-in vlog. So either way, very exciting content. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.